You guys have all heard of Cheyenne in the Libby and Abby case, right? And there's this time issue related to when she was actually on the bridge. So she has a photograph, a Snapchat image that is timestamped 3:49. So here's one, you can't see it again, but you know, I'm getting better at seeing that before 10 minutes. But what sucks is I used to get a couple extra dollars because you guys would say, hey, great, here's $2. We can't see your screen. But now I'm catching it. Man. All right, anyways, this is what Cheyenne said one time. She said, I was there around 3:45 to 3:50. The other girl that I ran into didn't know she was going to be there. And I also know her personally was there at 3:30. So, I did go to, I was on Michael Katz's channel, and I was just asking questions, trying to clear up the discrepancy there. And apparently he thought it'd be a cool time to show his machismo and say, oh, wow, everybody, Gray's trying to call Cheyenne a liar. Okay, and then Mama Bear, who's now a moderator over there, she said, Gray, I can block you. And just don't make me press the button. And I said, well, F you, okay? I don't really care. So that's how it worked over there. I was literally asking, Patricia M was there. She saw how it all went. I was absolutely just asking questions because you've got this other comment by Cheyenne that says, after I got out of my car and was already walking towards the bridge, I had a missed phone call from a telemarketer around 2:50. Okay? So which one is it, right? So, I was asking Greeno which one is it, and he says that Cheyenne has told him that she was there at like 2:49, 3 o'clock, something like that, and that she just posted it to Snapchat at 3:49. That sounds like a plausible. That's something that could happen.
Here, Gray, I can see your screen winking face.
Hey, thanks. Yeah. So anyways, Mama Bear is, she goes to almost every channel and tries to become a moderator. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So now that she finally found her home, I think she found her true home with Michael Katz. That's exactly where she should be. Okay? So it was unbelievable. Gray, I can block you. Wow, that's so cool. Man, you've got so much power. Like I care if I'm blocked on Michael Katz's channel. Okay? I don't care. All right? So, look at, you guys see what I'm talking about? There's two different times out of this mouth of the same person. You've got 2:50, and then the other one said 3:45 to 3:50 right there. And that's where the confusion was. So I asked, hey, where is this coming from? And then he explained it to me. So I thought, remember the program that I have that has I built the entire bridge, put the bridge on it, and I have the shadows on there and everything. You guys remember that? Where we used it for the satellite image to figure out what time the satellite image probably was taken. So I remembered something about one of Cheyenne's images, and I think I'm able to determine a rough idea of when the photograph was actually taken. So as you can see right here, this is how I set it up in 3D Studio Max, just so you guys can, I'm going to go to the Delphi scene here just a second, on YouTube, Google Earth. Right. So as you can see, what I do in 3D Studio Max is I cut out an image, and you make sure that it's absolutely north to south, and you hit the R key on Google Earth, and it makes it north-south oriented. So you got north-south, and then I took a screenshot, a perfect square, then brought that into 3D Studio Max, put it on a plane. Then I built an entire bridge right where the bridge is, matches it up perfectly, going all the way across. So it's not, I can't build it. I don't have the actual planet inside 3D Studio Max, but I have the bridge lined up accurately with north-south. You know, maybe it's 0.5 degrees off somewhere, but we're just looking for a general look here, okay? And it worked perfectly with the satellite image we got, where I predicted it was going to be 12:57, I think, and that's exactly what time it was on the metadata, or in the metadata. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to come in here. Let me first show you one of these images from Cheyenne's camera. This one right here is the one we're going to be looking at, though. So can you guys see that pretty well? Now I'm going to zoom in here. Now there's something that was on this bridge a long time ago that people turned into a conspiracy theory. But in reality, it's just there's a railroad spike right there sticking into the actual tracks itself. It doesn't seem to be, nobody saw it again after this. There's no photographs that show that, but there's a spike right there, and of course it turns into, ooh man, maybe that was a signal of some kind, or a... Okay, so there's a spike right there, and then if you zoom in, you can actually see there's a shadow on the spike, and it goes just like this. It almost seems like it's slightly right of 90 degrees to the bridge itself. So the one thing I don't know is how straight up and down the spike is. It appears to be very vertical and very straight up and down, right? It doesn't look like it's bent over to one side severely or anything like that. So I, just for the sake of argument, okay, I am going to say that I think it's straight up and down. So yes, it'll be sort of like a sundial. So there you go. You see the shadow going off to the right there. And I think it's slightly right of that. So now I'm going to open up Google Earth here, and I'm going to zoom in. Let's see if I can use this camera right here. Yeah, I'm not going to use, I'm just going to go in manually like this. Okay, now let me put this further over. After I just rotated it a bit, it changed. So this might change it a little bit, but not much. So let's just say the spike is right there. And I have the sun. This is the sunlight system right here. So I click on the sun, and then over here I can put times. So I don't know if you can see that. It's probably kind of small, but that right now it's at 220. Right? So when I go down, let me take that and zoom in on there. And I'll render that really quick. Of course, the camera's right on top of the menu option. All right, so there you go. Look at that first one. That's at 220. Notice how the shadow doesn't go straight across this way. It goes sort of at a northern angle. See that? It goes up like that. So that's not going to be a good one. So we'll turn that one off, and then we'll go back to the time, and let's put in, let's say, 245, which would be 1445. All right, we'll put 45 in there. Now you can see that rotated it quite a bit. So now I'm going to click back on this window, render it out again. And now it's starting to get in the right direction, but it's still not. I think it's more like this. Okay, so that's a 245. That's not going to be the right one. So now I'm going to click back on the sunlight system again. And then I'm going to change this to 1500 and just go straight to 3 o'clock right here. And now I'm going to click back on this one and render that out again. It'll tell me what angle the shadow is. And there we go. That looks like the spike. So for me, this helps determine the range of time that's reasonable. So here is the railroad spike here, okay? Oh yeah, right here. So I got to switch over to a different, like, get rid of this, the image off the screen. I have 4 windows open. This one here, you can have a whole bunch of windows open and then select different ones to do different things. It makes it a lot quicker. So I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to switch it to 3:49, which was the time on her image, okay? Now I'm going to to this window and render it. And let's take a look at it. Now look at that. See, that to me proves that that image was not taken at 3:49, that it was taken at 3 o'clock. All right, this image is at 3:49 right here. That's the timestamp on her Snapchat. Now, Greeno said that Cheyenne told him that she uploaded it to Snapchat, an hour after she took the images. That's why he's saying it was 2:49. However, I was messaging with him, showing him what I was doing. He was like, wow, that's so cool. But we agree that it was probably taken 3 o'clock or a little after that. And she just said an hour, but maybe it was 49 minutes later. Okay? So I think this proves, and this shows that people, here's the thing, everybody. I just want to get the truth. I don't care, everyone wants to be the one that's right and everything. I never knew the answer because she has two different statements out there. But this right here shows that the image was not taken at 3:49. It was taken around 3 o'clock. And I think what Cheyenne told Greeno has a better chance of being accurate. Okay? I think that thing about her uploading it later makes sense to me now. What doesn't make sense is that it was 2:49. I mean, I cannot imagine her being on that bridge at 2:49 on that far end. Literally, I mean, the bridge guy was there, 15, 20 minutes before that. Now, 3 o'clock, that makes a little bit more sense because I think down the hill was 2:20 to 2:25, as I've always said. And, 3 o'clock, that's 35 minutes later. They're probably not even alive at that point.